Question number 43 says, if sine xy equals x, then dy by dx equals. So basically we're finding the derivative of this function with respect to x or y prime. Now, I'm going to differentiate this, and the answer we're going to have to rearrange to make it look like one of these five selections. So there's two parts to this. One is just make sure you know how to differentiate this. So the first thing is I'm going to differentiate this using chain rule. So when I differentiate this, the left-hand side, the outside function is sine, so I need to differentiate that to cosine. So this is the derivative of the outside function sine. Now I go inside to differentiate the x times y. Because it's a product, I need to apply product rule. So it's going to be the derivative of x times y plus x times the derivative of y, and this is where I generate the y prime. Okay, so this is what I need to then solve for. And that's equal to the derivative of x is 1. So at this point, I'm going to expand the square brackets, and then I'm going to move everything that's not with a y prime to the right-hand side. So I get y times cosine xy. When I distribute the first term, I distribute the second term, I'm going to end up with x cos xy, and then my y prime is tagged onto that. Okay, and I need to then isolate that y prime term, equals 1. So I get y prime x cosine xy. I don't really need brackets around there, but I'm putting brackets anyways, equals 1 minus y cosine xy. And then solving for the y prime, my y prime, which is dy by dx, and there's my derivative, 1 minus y cosine xy over x cosine xy. Okay, so there it is. There's my answer. Now, the problem is with this answer that it does not match one of my selections, because my answer is in terms of cosine, but the problem is the answers are in terms of secant. So what I'm going to do is then get rid of my cosine and replace it with secant. So this is the derivative, but now I'm going to get rid of the cosine in the denominator by multiplying the denominator by secant xy. And by doing that, I'm going to start introducing secants into this expression. So if I multiply the bottom by secant, I need to multiply the top. Okay, and what in the denominator, cosine xy times secant, these are going to cancel out. They're going to be equal to 1. And in the numerator, I'm going to end up with 1 times secant xy. So I get secant xy minus y times cosine. Cosine times secant, those cancel. So I'm just left with y. And the denominator is x. So there's my derivative. And if I check my answers here, okay, it looks like the answer is C. So secant xy minus y divided by x. It matches answer C. Okay, so the answer is C.